Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Tatooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve, after some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. The immediate benefit is access to these very docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. Zerka Corporation maintains this docking station at great expense. It is within our rights to refuse landing permission. And I warn you, we've had troublemakers before. The bay is lined with autoguns. Violence is not a survivable option. I thought you would. Without these fees, Zerka Corporation would have closed this port years ago. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure? That's not... You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know. It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up Swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them. As you wish. If you need anything else, I'll be here.
Ucciua penki, kang itwama ji human act in ikatune, chi ita baba.
Wapuilta, Calo Nord, Ivan Webut, Mikel Irimon. Uudasta sieltä, uudesta del Griff, Calo Nordsta. Wapuilta, Calo Nord, Ivan Webut, Mikel Wapuilta, Calo Nord, Ivan Webut, Yhtädän kelpaa. Voi sidan kelpaa. Vapuilta. Calo Nord.
Some ships I fix, some I scrap. Depends if the owner disappears in the Dune.
We don't get much trouble. People...
Welcome. There is no need.
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left. I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I realize that everyone is out for themselves in Tatooine. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. I still can't believe he's gone. What do you want to know? His name was Ward Fizark. He used to work in the mines, but they scaled back last year. He was new to hunting, but he was a good fighter. Used to be a soldier. We spent everything on his gear. After a few trips, he didn't come back. Guards say his Sandcrawler crew found his body stripped of everything. Nobody saw anything, and most of the other hunters never even knew him. He had just started. I don't trust any of them. But those Gamorreans, they just laugh when they see me. I think they did it. It doesn't matter. There's no justice on Tatooine. I don't care what happens to them. I just need credits. I've got to think about my family, not those vicious pigs. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. I don't know. How could I be sure you would come back? Are you sure you can't buy it? Please. I'm sorry, but I can't take that chance. What? Please tell me you're kidding. I can't get any lower than this, and you would take advantage? Please, no! Take it then. But you may as well have just killed me. You've trapped us here with nothing.
You should not act this way. You are treading a dangerous path, I fear.
You have no conscience. That plate was all I... Darkness.
The dark side dwells in us all, but you can...
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit. Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out bantha pats, but thanks all the same. My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays? If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there are simply fewer raid out there. It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters, but some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that? That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see. I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet. There are hunters that go after the big kills, the Krayt Dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Comad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn. If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me. Perhaps someone else is holding... I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey. You'll have to ask around. Comad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though. Good.
Hakupa Cheku. Muchashak Pakat. Takum Juz Tach Miki Grabarmogo. Kachi Ita Hodu Jedabadawana Nidibobo. Muchashak Pakat. Kieno no Namapauli. Takum Juz Tach Miki Grabarmogo. Jedabadawana Nidibobo. Dong Nabung. Muchashak Pakat. Kieno no Takum Juz Tach Miki Grabarmogo. Kachi Jedabadawana Nidibobo. Dong Nabung Sha Nununya.
Ciao basso, Gino morirà.
Hey there. Don't tell me you believe Lena's lies. Griff might be working as a miner on Tatooine, but the rest of her story is Bantha Poodoo. You can't trust someone like her. At least Griff's free of her clutches. I'd like to go speak to the Circuit Corp rep on Tatooine if we have time. Maybe I can arrange to see my brother again. I just hope he's not in any kind of trouble when we do.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it? Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits. Well, my name is Tanis, and what I do is hunt. I'm sure you've heard of me. Well, actually, I hope you haven't. With Terrace gone, I wonder who the Sith will turn on next.
Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wanaku best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang no uba batu kochi. Tong nong bong chong nung yang. Tong katok smak. Kuyabi juskuna jitanai. Ina kunba marulira. Laboda ni winki smak toma. Wanaku best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kik.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Circuit Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses. Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Circuit Corporation payroll. Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Circuit Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it. We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him. He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job. As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for a special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please. Very well, though I do have work to get back to. As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is. Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our Sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains. Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our Sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them. Very good. Zerka Corporation looks forward to your future business.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear? Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived. The hind end of space, a pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored. They were quite striking, especially the tales of their leader. From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference, as the Jedi were. The foolish delusions of a child. But this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Tatooine for several years before you came, although perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikon kabi. Laboda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Jawana bota ayu at tahunga chakanki dora. Kachi kuita hodonga. Topada bong walia gando do nano chuchu. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. La boda ni winki smack toma. Wana kun best jingpa ma rulira. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama ulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikokabi. La boda ni winki smatoma. Wana kun best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama ulira rachikun. La boda ni winki smatoma. Wana kun best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama ulira rachikun. Slimo pa. La boda ni winki smatoma. Wana kun best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama ulira. La boda ni winki smatoma. Wana kun best jingpa marulira. Tok jingbang non. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama ulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Mundi hadonga chikokabi. Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama ulira rachikun. Slimo. La boda ni winki smatoma. Wana kun.
Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Tanis alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
With Terrace gone, I want...
Kuyabi just kuna jitanai. Ina kun mama uli.
Your wish?
Yes?
What?
Yes.
I'm here.
What? Yes?
Womp rats are not good eating. Trust me.
Well now, what can Gandalf do for you? It's been a while since I've had anyone bother talking to me. Usually it's some kid wondering what my old racing days were like, but I was back on Taris. Seems like a long time. I'm not sure what I have that you would be interested in. I'm just an old swoop jock that doesn't have the head for it anymore. Ask me again in a few years and it'll be me. Probably not going back out on the circuit. There is one. But for now, I don't know any more than the next guy. But you should try the locals. Chow is maybe a funny little guy. Keep.
Well, fresh face for the game. I wonder, would you care to play?
Our business has not.
Something you want, Spacer? Seems like... I don't really have any... Like I said before. Oh, well, I wouldn't want that now, would I? What are you doing? Coming in here, take some creds if that's what you want. Go drowning a...
Takom juz Tach miki grabal mogo.
Pabuilta. Calo Nord. Ivan Rebur. Puntas. Ufta. Pabuilta.
The dark side dwells in us all, but you cannot give in to your baser instincts like this.
Huh? Who? I don't have... What, did some Zerka promoter tell you? Nothing here? I don't deal with any of that. I'm out of the hut.
Ako ci kopa. Chino mulerakin pajak slimop. Rundi hautonga tongkin batang tonga buksha unnenong. Labola na rinkis matona. Inkin slimopodona mulerakikun.
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Terrace. You'll wipe every record from the books this backwater track.
Rundi hautonga tongkin batang kongkek. Wana kumbes chimpayamuri kunhunkabi. Tuknen tangjo kunne mulerabes. Labola na rinkis maton. Rundi hautong chibedwanani. Labola na rinkis. Rundi haut. Labola na rinkis matona. Rundi hautong gatong. Labo chup. Labola na rinkis matona. hautonga tong kimba ng kongki. Labula na ring. Rundi hautonga chupa kachonagan labula.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chiwa epa. Kakinja nawabak kak. Kava. Just show.
Tangabun shan nong. Smilia. Mucho shakapaka. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Tangabuk sha nak nong. Kin.
Chua Penki, Yun Patisa, Chiwi. Chiwi aita ka chong chi. Chi. Ba.
Labula na chipit. Labula na ringkis. Rundi haut chibedwa na ni. Labula na ringkis matoma. Rundi hautonga tong kimbanang. Labula na ringkis matoma. Rundi hautonga tong kimbanang ko. Labo. Jibedwa. Labo da na Kisma. Runta Chubai Labo. Motadahat rundi ikchawa tombola joniku yomawa maniboba lorda wishwanga shachi.
Oh, hi. You another racer then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Nice job beating my times, too. I guess my heart isn't in the racing. Contracts are distracting stuff. I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting... It's not that I'm not grateful. I mean, it would get me into the pros. I don't have the credits to get in on my own. Not that I care about credits. I just want to race. But the deal with Mata is pretty bad. He'll get most of what I win. Do you now? You might know a good deal, I guess. You sure know your way around the track. I suppose I do. Not much chance I'll get off this rock on my own, now is there? I mean, you'd know, right? And all I want is to race. Who cares about the credits? Who cares? Thanks for making things clear. If you don't mind, I think we're done. Goodbye.
That promoter is going to bleed that poor kid dry. But I guess he's gotta learn. The only way to get by in this life is to look out for yourself.
Rundi hautong gatong. Lagoda na rink. Lagoda na rink yes matona. Yinki chibedwa na ni bobo. Yinno bamu. Rundi hautong gatong.
Mucho siak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Runda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching paka chiku. Tolpa da pongwale kandun nangu chuchut. Kavadum ku peliobod. Akom justach miki grabalmo.
Chua Pengti.
Preguntas. Gusta que la vuelta. Colo. Preguntas. Gusta. Preguntas. Gusta que. Gusta gelva. Hoicidan gelva. Judentusta fandigo gelva. Hoicidan gelva.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you? Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
What?
What?
Ready!
Sure.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization. Well, let's see it. Come on. All right, I'll just scan that and you're off. I'll keep it on file, too. Good luck out there. You'll need it.
Hello there. You're heading out into the desert? You're a hunter, right? You must be if you've been allowed to leave Anchorhead. When you see Tanis, and I know you old boys always stick together, tell him his wife hopes he enjoys the anniversary gift. You're just another of his buddies from that hunting club. I know your kind. You all cover for each other, I bet. Well, he can do what he wants. He'll get what he deserves. I bought my own license just so I could see that he did.
Oh, I'm through planning. I just left him a little mess that he has to take care of. If he's smart, he'll be just fine. But he's not smart. Oh, I'll be long gone soon enough. The next shuttle to anywhere, really. I've had it with cleaning up his messes, repairing his droids. If he lives, he can try and get by on his own. I doubt he'll last long with no one to listen to his lies. I'm sure you do. Like I said, when you see him, tell him his wife Marlena says hello.
Anyone out there? Could you help? I seem to be, doomed. Hey there, thanks for stopping. I appreciate it. I've been stuck without water for hours. Wasn't looking good. Oh, hey, it's you. I remember you at Faz's place. Could I get you to help out a fellow hunter, please? Well, it would appear that I've worn out my welcome with my wife Marlena. She fixes my droids. Fixed them good this time.
Commentary. One would hope the female is better at repairs than Yukalaka. I still would like to crush his neck, Master.
I triggered some sort of trap she programmed. She probably figured I wouldn't be smart enough to get out. Yeah, she was right. The wife put a kink in my battle droids. They're in some sort of discharge loop. And if I move from this spot, they're threatening to blow up. She knew I wouldn't know how to fix them. Could you try to do some repairs? They don't care if you move. It's just me who's stuck.
Commentary. I say we blast the meatbag and save you the trouble, Master.
What's with all the droids lately? My wife get to you too?
Negative. I just don't like organic meatbags. Except for the Master, of course.
I'd, really appreciate a bit of help. Please? Just access each droid's repair interface. You'll have to do some tinkering, but be careful. One explosion I can survive. Any more than one and I'm dead. Oh, and ignore the message Marlena left in there. No way do I deserve this, I swear.
Having fun on the dunes, Tanis? I made sure you would. Here's the deal. Your precious droids have trapped you. They'll hold you until you die of thirst. Make a mistake while repairing them, they explode. Have a good death. My mother was right about you.
That was unpleasant. Thanks for your help. I'd have been a goner. Hey, and the old bat thought I was dead. You never asked me for anything, but I consider my life worth something. Please, take this. I insist. Thanks again. I doubt any of those uptight hunters would have helped, and I doubt the wife is coming back. I'm heading back to the shop. I hope she left the manuals for these things behind. Ungrateful little...
Who are you? It doesn't matter. Can you handle a blaster? It may attack again at any second. I doubt we could hold out on our own against another wave of them. You would be right. Came out of nowhere. Wait, damn it. Here they come again. How did it do that? Thanks for your help. I don't think we'll try holding this position for much longer. We're not soldiers. Did the company send you? It's about time they drove these animals out. Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you. Do you know about their enclave in the south? Don't even try to go near it. They've taken all the Zerka weapons that were supposed to protect our Sandcrawlers. That place is a fortress, a death trap. You'll have to find some way to sneak into the place. That is not my job. Yeah, so do we. There's no way we're repairing this thing while getting attacked. Ah, the Jawas will salvage it eventually anyway. Then we...
What?
Acknowledgement.
What?
Ready.
Sure.
Thanks for your help. Did the company... The cup... It's like... They use whatever they scavenge. They seem to hate our technology. It's not like you need to be a... Yeah,
What?
Your wish?
Sure.
What is it?
Sure.
Master?
What?
Yes? Yes? Sure.
objection. One moment. I believe I understood that, Master. It may not have been his intention, but he did actually communicate something. Translation. Result. I believe I have succeeded in confusing him, Master. We have shown an interest not common among outsiders. Translation. Translation. He is expressing disbelief. As am I, but his duty requires that he report to his chieftain. Extrapolation. It would seem that we are at least worthy of curiosity for the moment. I would much rather this get bloody, Master, but it is your call. Translation. I can translate with some guarantee of accuracy that he is demanding to know why he should let us survive this encounter, Master. Translation. Translation. He claims he has no reason to believe you, Master. Your kind have tainted this land with machines and uncaring, ignorant feet. Translation. He requires proof of good faith. We must make a contribution to his people that shows we are not a threat. Shall I blast him now, Master? Translation. Translation. He says that this offer is an outrage, Master, and that his people have no use for outsider credits. Where would they spend it? Translation. Translation. He plans to move his people farther from Anchorhead, but they need to build up stores of water first. He says you must aid him. Translation. He wants moisture evaporators from the Zerka. If you deliver them, he will order that his people reduce their attacks on miners. Translation. Translation. He does not believe you, Master. We will only be allowed to re-enter the Enclave when we have the evaporators with us. Translation. We are to be escorted outside. He will wait, but he doesn't believe we are coming back. Extrapolation. This guard doesn't appear honored to have the job of greeting us.
Yes?
Ready.
What?
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko. Baba Hassan Shan. Nova Mulira like Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko ki mulira ku. Baba Hassan Shan. Kakin.
Greetings again from the offices. Yes, we're still waiting. We don't have. And our.
Good.
Extrapolation. Translation. Translation. He will take us before the chieftain, as he was instructed to do. Translation. He did not expect us to return, Master. He wonders if we have brought the moisture evaporators. Translation. Translation. He does not trust you, Master, but you have done more than any other outsider. They will not attack, and he grants you his chieftain's gaffy as reward. Translation. The attacks will be reduced, and he will allow you to explore this protocol, if you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement. Translation. Translation. He says that what you seek is far from here in the eastern Dune Sea. He will give you a map so you can find your way. Translation. His people found it but didn't scavenge it because a Krayt Dragon took up residence in the excavation. Translation. Translation. Your ignorance isn't his concern. He claims there is a hunter that wanders the area sometimes and that you should ask him. Translation. The hunter is a Twi'lek. He will be in the eastern Dune Sea somewhere. Translation. Query. Clarification. We must... Translation. Translation. He says that by his very presence, this Griff defiles their home and land. He is without any semblance of usefulness to them.
Yep, that would be Griff.
Extrapolation. I would assume we are free to take him. It is doubtful they will even waste the effort to kill him. Perhaps we can do it, Master. Translation. Translate.
You there. I'm a high-ranking executive at the Zerka Corporation. There's a big reward if you take me back to Anchorhead.
Griff, don't you recognize me? It's Mission.
Mission? Is it really you? I heard Taurus was destroyed. I thought you were dead. Oh, joy of joys, my little sister is alive.
I have to ask you something, Griff. It's important. I ran into Lena. She said it was your idea to leave me on Terrace. It isn't true, is it?
Well, there's the truth and then there's the truth, you know? I always meant to go back to Taurus, sis, just as soon as I had the credits to pay off my debts. But credits have been hard to come by.
You mean it's true? It was your idea to leave me there? I'm your sister. How could you abandon me like that?
Come on, sis, you didn't need me to look after you anymore. You may have been young, but you knew how to take care of yourself. Besides, you're here now. I mean, everything worked out fine.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me after all these years, after deserting me on Terrace?
Well, that and, could you please get me out of here? You got a tough-looking friend there.
Yeah, you can find your way from there, right? Can you manage that? What? Was there something else?
Well, I wanted to thank you, and, you look like you're doing well. Financially, I mean. Say, could you spare me a few credits to get back on my feet?
You're hitting me up for credits. I don't believe this. Lena was right about you, Griff. We should have just left you to the Sand People. Don't talk to me anymore. Ever.
That didn't go well. Sis was always a little too fiery for her own good. She'll cool down in time. You may have saved my life, but I don't have a single credit to my name. Say, you wouldn't be able to spare me some credits, just till I get back on my feet, you know? That's it, huh? Figured you'd be able to spare a bit more than that. And, you know, I'll take whatever. Krita, the manager over at the Zerka supply shop, said I could come work for him if I ever get tired of the mines. Yeah, I think I'll go take him up on his offer. You know, maybe there's something else you can help me with. I need to talk to a guy first and set up the details, but if you're interested in a job, come see me in Greta's shop. Goodbye, Mission. I'm glad you're not dead.
I'm tired of waiting, Comad. How big can this dragon of yours be? I'm going in.
Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pamule. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pamule. Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi. Muchashat pastrat. Kieno no namapaule rachiku. Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi. Ona kun bez ching palamul. Ka chi kun ita hodonga. Yiking kuno pamulerat. Runda dijo donga kun hunkabi. 원군 베스 바라몰레 통카치군 이다하던가 이킹군 바몰레란 룬드디호던가 군 헝가비 카치군 이다하던가 이킹군 바 룬드디호던가 군 헝가비 원군 베스 바라몰레 통 카치군 이다하던가 이킹군 바몰레라치군 룬드디호던가 군 헝가비 원군 베스 바라 카치군 이다하던가 이킹군
제도바도 와는 이디보보 동나붕샤 누누냐 무저샥 바깥
Your wish?
Sure.
Yes.
I'm here.
Your wish?
Sure.
Achuta. Bunga kun visto achuta. Bunga kun visto. Jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha. Tune hudo. Rananu prata doko shirkasha. Jum na apike. Dayata. Wata yuma jedo badawana ni dibobo. Dong no. Runda di hodonga kun hankabi. What mujashak pakat?
What can I do? You shall represent. There.
What?
How may I be of assistance? Thousands of years it has been here. It still has tremendous power. Can you not feel it?
The star map is an artifact of the dark side. The Krayt Dragon may have been drawn here by its dark power. Come. We should leave this place. There's nothing else for us here.
What?
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase, but nobody gets away from Calo Nord in the end. You got lucky on Tanis. The Sith attack saved you from a quick and gruesome death. But I promise you, the Sith won't be getting in my way this time. Sorry, I'm not in this for the credits. You're the only ones who've ever gotten away from me. I've got a rep to protect. Let's go, boys!
I'm here. What is it?
What?
What can I do? What is
What?
it? I'm here. Yes?
What?
Yes?
Yes? 나보다 니 윙키스만 도마. wanna kun best
How can I help? Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan. It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however. Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like? Well, I suppose I have not talked very much about the Jedi I met back home. They, all of them, were so very invigorating. They were so very alive, so full of hope and energy and zeal. In retrospect, I can see it was a little bit tragic. Well, yes. These Jedi were going to fight the Mandalorians just after they had invaded. Many of those Jedi perished in the fighting, but to us, they seemed invincible. Especially their leader, who they talked about all the time. Paragons of light and justice, sweeping away all iniquity before them. It was like looking at gods. I was merely using poetic license. Those Jedi, they were enthralling. Everyone wanted just to touch them. Some people thought it would bring them luck. Not that the peace they brought lasted very long. Of course they left. They had a war to go fight, so that we would not all be killed by those psychotic Mandalorians. The Jedi left. The people grew complacent. Those who had been wronged saw their chance at revenge. And so the cycle continues. The oppressed become the new generation of oppressors. The human oppressed, that is. The non-humans were never treated well in any case. We felt the brunt of both administrations. Yes, but humans seem the most pervasive, the most consistent. They took their frustrations and hate on us because the people they wanted had already fled or were too well protected. But no one looks out for the injustices we suffered. Oh no, but I am sorry. I should not have outbursts like that. Don't you see? The very fact I mentioned it means it has its influence. Anger can lead to the dark side, and I must be ever careful that I do not fall back into those ways. I thank you for your support. My outburst was uncalled for, but you did not lash back at me. You are a much better Jedi than I, it would seem. But let us not speak more of this now. We should continue on our journey. Perhaps later we will talk again.
이쿠쿠노 노바 물레라 지군 동힉 군 전칭 따꼼 주스 딱 론더 디호동가 아추다
What?
Ah, just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you could help me with this anyway. It's, more of a job for your friend here. As you may know, Tach glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Tarisian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Tarisian ale has become somewhat scarce and, very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe. I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Tarisian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those Tach glands to make the first batch. And now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find Tach is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those Tach glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Tarisian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse. Come on, Mission. I'm your brother. I'm family. You can't turn your back on me.
Forget it, Griff. I'm not falling for that line again. You'll have to find your own way out of this mess.
You bring me a single Tach gland, and you not only save my life, but you get a piece of this great business opportunity. I mean, you can't pass this up. Think about it, and you'll see I'm right.
Greetings again.